Seth is a bit of a hipster.
I am.
If you don't remember the podcast where he came in and he looked like he blew a Smurf, his mouth was so blue.
My tongue and my mouth was the brightest blue you've ever seen, and it was there for a day. And then I pissed blue for like 3 days.
That's awesome.
Hey, but
Did you blacklight it?
I'll let you dive into it, but I love the stories of, because we come from this world, right? Public safety background, and then you have an idea and you run with it, and now you're an entrepreneur as well. And it's like, okay, because we hear that a lot. A lot of guys will come up and maybe they retire, or maybe they're getting out of public safety, and they're like, I don't have any marketable skills. And I'm like, you don't.
I know. I hear that all the time from cops. This is all I'm good at. Dude, you're a problem solver, man. Like that in and of itself, and you have to do it in like really aggressive parameters, situations where it's tough and you got to be able to solve problems quickly.
Yeah, and back to the interdiction, I think some of the best law enforcement entrepreneurs or first responders are the same people with the same curiosity, the same drive.
That's it.
I know from my business what it did is it kind of, that drive I had, it went over there, but it also gave me a peace of mind from the job. Like it gave me something else to focus that energy on. Otherwise, as a cop, you can be thinking about this stuff night and day. I don't know what they say, like people might encounter 2 to 4 critical incidents in their entire lifetime, where an officer might encounter 2 to 4 a shift, or don't quote me, I don't know if that's the exact numbers, but it's significant. So just a way to kind of deal with that, and my story is a little bit different. It was all law enforcement related. In fact, I must have fell out of my pocket, but when I was getting there it is.
We get to keep it up.
Yeah, I forgot that. This is how my business really got started.
It's a challenge coin.
Yeah, this is Oregon State Police challenge coin.
Okay.
Say back in 2018, after my buddy had passed away, I had moved to Coeur d'Alene. Got to be with him the day he passed away. He lived down in southern Idaho. But after he passed, I kind of reconnected with a high school friend that was living here in Coeur d'Alene, and he had just lost his brother to cancer. Kind of crazy enough, him and my buddy's name is Greg, but Greg and my buddy's brother, when I'd go see Greg at chemo, he would be in there at the same time sometimes. But anyway, we started talking about what's killing, the people we care about, and we started talking about all these chemicals people are putting on their bodies. And I'm definitely not one of those hipsters that but I was like, man, it makes sense. I mean.
Yep.
So, and then what hit me is Greg's wife Julie called me, and she's like, the girls, every day before they go to, he had 2 younger girls, every day before they go to school, they're spraying his cologne on to kind of remember him. And I'm like, I got to put that scent in a soap.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to do. And my buddy made a scent for his brother. I made one for Greg. I'm a difficult partner. I have my own vision. I've been in partnerships before but we gave it a run, and they ended up doing their own thing, and I went my own way. And that's where we started with this soap company that's kind of blowing up. It's been awesome.
What's the name?
So our company is Patriot Company, but our soap is Flagship Soap Company. You can find us online. Most of our orders are going to the East Coast, crazy enough.
Really?
New York. Yeah, New York's our biggest state. So
I got a buddy NYPD that listens to this. Maybe it's his crew. I don't know.
There you go.
Cool thing about NYPD. So last year we spent a ton of money. It was very important to me to find veterans across the whole country, veteran artists. So we went out and sought out all these artists. Well, he's our OG artist. He's awesome, but he just retired from NYPD. He was one of 3 detectives assigned to the field sketch unit. So his only job was a field sketch artist for NYPD. So it's pretty awesome.
Your branding and all the artwork on your stuff is so good.
I know, it's awesome.
It's really cool.
My wife calls it a biography of my life, each soap name. So
as a transition, rebranding, we know something about that.
But we're familiar. I brought you guys each a gift.
Dude.
Heck yeah, dude.
They're each a little bit different.
Oh my gosh.
I brought you some beard products.
These are so cool.
You guys are the first ones to get these cases.
What?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so man, this is legit. So it's a plastic case. Inside I've got 2 bars of soap, beard butter, and beard oil. These are so legit. Love this, dude.
That's my buddy's soap right there. That's the artist rendition of him with a dope load.
This one?
Yep.
The dope
dude, that's cool.
That art is fantastic.
I see your little throwback. There you go. There's a little ISP throwback right there. What branch of service were you in?
I was in the Coast Guard.
Nice.
Homeland Security.
How long were you in the Coast Guard for?
Almost 6, or a little over 6 years. met my wife in Puerto Rico while I was in the Coast Guard. So
nice. My brother-in-law just moved out here. They just bought a place in Rathdrum, and he's done this year. Fantastic. Coast Guard.
It's Oh, sorry.
I'll have to get with you on that. I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the little things on here that get me, like 5.56 ounces of freedom. I mean, come on, man. That's fantastic.
Okay. I like
all natural,
I like
no
gummy.
chemicals, sustainably sourced, made in the USA. Like, this is legit.
See, the funniest thing is you said you're not a hipster. Seth is a bit of a hipster.
I am.
If you don't remember the podcast where he came in and he looked like he blew a Smurf, his mouth was so blue.
That was pretty epic.
That was glorious.
Yeah.
It was a good time for me.
Yeah.
I truly
we've had quite a few jokes over that one coming around.
It was good.
I've had some great messages about that.
Good.
I took some, my wife had some, it's called methylene blue, and it's something for mental clarity. And she's like, oh, you should try this before your podcast. I was like, cool. Pop it in the back of my mouth. I'm like, oh my God. My tongue and my mouth was the brightest blue you've ever seen. And it was there for a day. And then I pissed blue for like 3 days.
That's awesome.
Hey, but
Did you blacklight it?
Like so much mental clarity though. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm like, I threw that shit in the trash. I'm never doing that again. Yeah,
it was pretty. I'll try to be more mature about it. It's like when a kid eats nothing but the blue pops in, like in summertime, and their mouth's just completely covered.
I like the Smurf one.
Yeah, the Smurf one's
better.
better.
Go with that. Yeah, we don't have a lot of kids that listen to this. It's okay.
That's fair,
dude. This is a freaking cool. So these are these like your, what'd you call this? Like you'd send these out to somebody, or is this?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is like, it's really important to me that I build a brand that supports first responders and veterans. So everything we try and do has some sort of element. These boxes are made by an Air Force veteran and another trooper.
Cool.
We've got these, he also makes this M4 rack, but another trooper and another veteran makes these mag holders, organizers.
Oh.
But I'm trying to involve them in as much as I can. I mean, they're awesome to work for. They're good people. I mean, I want to, eventually as this grows, my thought, and this might be crazy, but I want to have a place where first responder and veteran spouses will, they're usually at home taking care of the kids during the day, and I want to have eventually a place where a wife who wants a break in the evening from the kids and her husband can come and have her own little booth and make soap, for a few hours, just to kind of everything we do is focused on first responder and veterans. It's really, it's Greg who, passed away, and how I started this company is, man, he was not only was a phenomenal cop, he was in the Navy. He got blown up in the Navy. He'd been shot multiple times. He was the kind of guy I want to be. But what I remember most about Greg is I'd go to his house for a barbecue, and I'd be sitting on the couch BSing with somebody I'd never met before. I'd be like, how do you know Greg? He's like, oh, he arrested me a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he was just that kind of guy,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I could ever invite somebody arrested over.
Yeah.
But he had such an impact on people that first responders and veterans were very important to him. They've always been important to me, but it's what our company was founded on, and it's important that not just we make money off our products, but we're supporting those who supported this country and community too.
That's fantastic, man. I mean, we all know though, anybody that's done this job for any length of time has lost people to this job.